Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are just putting some design on our cake, and today we are going to add stencil to our cake. So in this video you are going to learn the simple way that you can apply stencil on your cake. And here is my fondant cake. I've already covered this cake and I'm just going to apply the royal icing on my stencil. So you see, this is the royal icing I'm going to use, and if you don't know how to make royal icing, check the page and you will see the recipe on how to make a beautiful easy royal icing that you can use for your cookies. You can use to make design on your cake like this one. So here is my mat. This stencil mat is very flexible, very easy to wash, and is very easy to get also. So if you want this mat, you can always, I'm going to put down the link below so you can go there and click and see how you can get the mat. So here you see I'm just using my hand because this cake is 6 inches cake. That is why my hand can cover it. But if it's not 6 inches cake, you are going to use pin. You can use your tape. They have tape that you can actually use to hold the mat against the cake. But because it's a 6 inches cake, and when you are using pin, you make sure it's full safe pin, because not all pins that are good for food. So make sure they are healthy, that are good for food. The reason why I'm using paper tape here to tape part of the mat is that I don't want the design to be all over the cake. So I want the up of the cake to a bit like plain. Then the design, you can tape as many as you like, but just make sure is where you want your design to appear. That is where your tape should end. So you can see I've taped it, and make sure you spread it. Make sure the tape, the sellotape is sticky to your mat. Now that we'll tape the mat, so it's time to apply our stencil mat to the body of the cake. So you see here, make sure the stencil mat is sitting on top of the board. So I'm going to apply the royal icing on the mat, the body of the mat. So the royal icing consistency we are looking for here is just like a toothpaste maclean. That is how thick it should look like. So I'm just going to make sure I apply it to all the part where the stencil design is showing. So make sure you just gently do it. It's not as difficult as you see it. It's very easy. So make sure it covers everywhere, and when you are finally done with that, you are not going to make sure you use your palette knife to make sure everywhere is covered with the royal icing. Then you can use your scraper to scrape off the excess. So this stage is very necessary, and is very, here is where you get to be careful when you are while you are doing it, because if the mat move, the design is also going to move. So now that we've scraped off the excess, it's time for us to review our design and also remove the mat from the cake, so you can see how the design is appearing on the cake. So anywhere you see that there is the design didn't come out the way you want, just allow it to dry. This stencil recipe is very easy and it dry quickly. So you are going to leave it to dry maybe 30 to 44 minutes, 45 minutes. I mean, the royal icing is already getting dry. So you are going to make sure you repeat it on the other side. So here is my stencil mat. I have cleaned this stencil mat because I don't want the tape, I don't want to remove the tape. So I just make sure I clean the both sides until this thing is clean and there is no royal icing attached to the mat. So now I can put it back and I can repeat the same process which we've done before. If this is your first time of you see my video, you are highly welcome. Here is easy delicious recipe. You can follow me by clicking on the subscribe button so that whenever I post new video you will get notification. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So please, you can also help me to share the video so that other people can see it and also learn from it. So now I have scraped the excess off, and now I can just remove my mat from the cake. So you can see the design is all over the body. You see the reason why I put some tape on the mat, so you can see where the stencil design is. So the reason I have some royal icing on my piping bag, because sometimes you might just remove the mat and you find out that there are some places the design did not showed well. So you can also use the piping bag to just make sure you fill those places with the royal icing, just to make sure everything unify and beautiful. So here is our final cake, and this cake you can also do it on top of your turntable if you for easy rotation. So you can put it on top of your turntable and you can just do it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.